Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Gamehaker, the show where we play free-to-play games we found on Steam looking for something romantic for Valentine's Day.
Because we are super lonely.
We are so lonely. And in my ignorance and dismissive nature, clearly any visual novel is going to have a strong romantic element. At least that's what I'm going to assume.
You know, it occurs to me now we should have saved our Tingle romance game for, this week, but
yeah,
so it goes.
Yeah, One Night Stand would have been good as well.
Oh, it's true.
We
just been really in the mood for, romance this year.
We have been. We just couldn't wait until Valentine's Day. So yeah, let's dive into this. The game started with some disclaimers. Apparently there will be disturbing content, and people who suffer from anxiety and depression should not play this game or watch this episode.
Oh man, I have both of those too.
You just told me. I have anxiety whenever we start a new game. No. We'll see how that goes. Hey.
Like characters like, who are you? And you're like, no.
No. It can be fun to find good ways to screw with the dialogue.
I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up.
Man, he's already addicted to this girl.
But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off turning away.
Man.
However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me so I can push her into traffic.
Failing at Valentine's Day immediately.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only
because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. No!
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you didn't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. Stop stealing my lines.
I'm just reading in one continuous falsetto.
Yay!
We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, no. Have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
Hey, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
I meant I was going to have a club sandwich.
The Club Sandwich Club.
I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime and hardcore hentai.
Uh-huh. I was talking about hentai and my favorite tentacles. Your happiness is really important to me. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
I don't know what a NEET is.
Yeah.
Don't make me keep worrying.
Alright. Get off my case. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. And by clubs, I mean club sandwiches.
That's right.
What an idiot.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
No, No, I won't promise you that.
You're not even going to try the club sandwich?
I mean, I might decide to just get a regular Subway, a sandwich or a Subway sandwich.
You just want them for decoration and for the sense of...
I mean, if I really want to, impress her, maybe I'll go to Quiznos instead. I don't know.
Does Quiznos ever impress anyone?
It does after you've been to Subway.
I mean, I guess, yeah, there's something to be said for hot subs. Alright, so this is going to go on and on.
Yeah, if we read all the dialogue, we're not going to get anywhere in this game.
No. Assuming it is a game.
Yeah.
Clubs.
At some point, I'm assuming we get to make some choices.
I hope so.
But apparently we have no choice to start with the anime club.
Yeah, good time.
Oh, it's Sayori again.
Oh, good. She's here.
She's the only one in the classroom.
Yeah, that's weird. And she gets up late, too.
Apparently we're just sitting here spacing out, so
Yes.
it's a common problem for us.
Yeah, it's pretty much my plan for this whole game, really. Alright, yeah, encouragement. Right. What's her club?
Oh no, she's got a club.
It's just the janitor's closet after hours.
It's like the first thing to do to get in this club is you just need to put this duct tape on your mouth and let me tie your hands up.
And your pants will remain outside of the clubhouse.
Oh, she's the vice president.
Well.
Who knew she was so important?
So it's a two-person club. What do you got against literature, bro? Oh, man. So much dialogue.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, this is what we signed up for. I mean, we're going to avoid dialogue.
Right. How do you usually cope with visual novels?
I don't play them. Do you play any visual novels? Well, I guess I've played Phoenix Wright, but that's a little bit different than...
Yeah, it is.
That's about it for me.
Yeah, I've done like Professor Layton and the Zero Escape games. They certainly get wordy. I don't know what it is. I like reading books, but once you try telling me it's a video game, suddenly I don't want to read your book.
Right. Well, I mean, it's at the point where you have to decide, like, is this a video game or is this a visual novel? Like this suggests. So, I mean, like,
Right.
It's not really a game at that point.
That's true. It's not. I think part of it is I have to like click for every sentence. With a real book, it's a much smoother experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's not so bad, I guess, if you have like a controller in your hand, you get to pressing the A button, whatever.
Yeah. And then you screw it up and you have to go back.
Right.
If you can. But yeah, I mean...
What happens if you click auto down there?
Let's see.
Thought maybe it just keeps scrolling by itself or something.
Yeah, you would think that. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if there's some, like, time setting. Text speed, auto forward time. It'll be much easier to ignore everything if... Of course, now we have the problem where it's hard to make fun of the game and actually read the stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Well, notice, if you will, those two girls have basically the same facial structure.
They do.
And so do they.
That's one way to save on
She
their
looks
costs.
slightly different.
Yes. She's taller.
Yeah. Freakishly tall. It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, they told us this would be disturbing. You know, I'm having trouble like looking at this visual style and believing that something disturbing is about to happen.
Is this? I know someone was telling me about some game that looked like this, where it gets like really creepy as you play it. Is this the one that happens in?
Maybe. Right now, they're just talking about cupcakes. Nothing creepy there.
Yeah.
Just eat the cupcake. Why is this taking so long?
I wonder if there's going to be one of those visual novels where we don't actually get to like make choices or anything like that. There's no branching path.
What would be the point?
I don't know. What would be the point?
I mean,
At that point, can we even judge it as being a game?
I don't know if we
At
can.
that point, we had to judge it for its storyline, which we are not paying attention to.
Would the game beat us by default?
I guess. I mean, we would just have to decide, we don't hate this game, we don't love this game. It's not a game.
It's not a game. Their rating system is not designed to handle things that are not games.
Yeah. I mean, the last time we played something that wasn't a game, we got to write our own stories in it, so we kind of loved it.
Yes, we did. Because we were doing something.
Yeah.
Even if it was free form and directionless, we were doing something.
It's a little bit weird that we're the only guy in this club.
It's going to be the only guy in the school so far.
Yeah.
Well, apparently...
I wonder if we had to wear one of their really small mini skirts.
You never know. Could be kilts being the dress code for everyone.
Yeah, it could be.
Scottish boarding school.
Yeah, maybe if we get something like books. They like anime more than they like hardcore hentai.
Surely, if there's visual novels, there must be novelized hentai.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
We should have went for one of those. I bet that would be fun.
Yeah, I wonder how that butts up against YouTube's policies.
Thinking about like pretty much anything on YouTube.
Mm. There's always like Vimeo if that fails.
True. We're gonna start our own Vimeo
Okay.
channel.
He tried to insert some manga into the proceedings. I like his style. So if I were to critique this as a book,
Right?
they're not getting to the point. It's like the dialogue is all too realistic. They're stopping to exchange pleasantries and make small talk.
Yeah.
Which is how things work in real life, but in literature you tend to want to gloss over that stuff and get to the plot. At least, books I enjoy reading.
Yeah. The problem with a visual novel is that, you don't have much room for not exposition, but to describe scenes and so forth. It's all dialogue.
Yeah, right.
Non-stop dialogue. Especially if like a game like this where, you only have like a handful of graphics that you're swapping between.
Yeah. And I think that's where the problem comes from in that respect, right? Is if you describe the visuals, then you have problems with the animations not lining up with those visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it looks lazy. However, you shouldn't have to describe the visuals because you've got a screen, you've got video.
Right.
So it's this weird space where it should be taken care of, but it's not. And if it was taken care of, or I mean, I'm sorry, if it was called out in the text, that would be a problem too. So really, at that point, you just make a movie.
Movie takes too much work, though.
Right. You have to find voice actors and everything.
Can you imagine if we were still narrating this?
Oh,
I don't think we'd even be in the club yet.
No. They maybe start the cupcakes by now. Ooh, a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Now we're getting somewhere.
I would make, so many more inappropriate comments at the fact, for the fact that these girls were all like 13.
At best. I'm pretty sure the one on the right is about 8.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's not committing to joining the club.
Oh no, they're thinking.
So excited to have a new member. They're gonna murder him. This is a murder club.
So he's only in it for the beautiful girls.
What a dick. See, like there they have the facial expressions lightening up as described.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, she actually changed her position. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, she put her hair in her friend's mouth, though.
Alright, write a poem. Do we get to write the poem? I would love to write a poem.
Let's write the poem.
Yeah, give me a text prompt. I'll write a poem. It'll be about tentacles.
So
And
far,
of
we've been
age women.
playing this for what? Good 23 minutes or so?
I've got 16.
And
sorry.
The only decision we... Oh, 16 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay, 16 minutes.
I'm sorry.
The only decision we've got to make so far, the entire 16 minutes, is our name.
Our name. Yeah. Usually, even a cutscene heavy game will give you some token gameplay by this point. Even if it's just like walking across the room to another cutscene.
Because, like, oh man, I gotta make the most of my horrible circumstances and deal with being around all these cute girls all the time. Oh, you actually get to do something.
All right. Time to make the most of our horrible circumstances. Okay.
All right, suicide.
Suicide.
Okay.
Climax.
Climax.
Vivacious.
I say we go more Dragon Ball Z with our after image technique. We
Okay.
are a huge anime fan.
That's true. That's true. I seem to be pissing off this one.
Constantly alone with our feelings.
The last place I want to be. The whole point of video games is to get away from my feelings. Let's go with alone then. Ooh, incongruence. I like that one.
Yeah.
See how he
That's
works
a great
that one
word.
into a poem.
We're like, yeah, we are incongruent.
The rhyme scheme and meter of this line will be incongruent with the rest of the poem. Okay, what we got?
Horror. I mean, obviously horror.
Okay.
I think we're like going like super Linkin Park at this point, so you gotta go with like Scars here.
Yeah.
Ooh, Fester.
Fester, yeah, I gotta do that. These are all happy. Explode.
Games. I mean, we gotta let them know that's what we prioritize video games.
That's true. Okay. Misfortune, maybe. Going with the Edgelord.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what we're playing right now. So
Yeah. All right. Well, Graveyard is the edgiest place on Earth.
we like to hang out there when we're not playing video games.
Dude, I bring my Switch. Frightening.
Yeah, frightening sounds good.
We have to pick 20 words.
I know, right?
Man, I'm already bored of this gameplay. Get me that.
Anxiety. I mean, the game told us about it.
Yeah, we have to watch out for that. All right. Oh, this is tough.
misery.
Well, there's also Inferno.
Ooh, let's go with Inferno. I like that. Inferno is really nice.
Okay. Agonizing. Crimson's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I think Tears is the wrong kind of edge. All right. Oh, Bunny. That's the throwing a random.
Well, I mean, if we go like, what's her face in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she hated bunnies.
Oh
so.
yeah, Anya. Yeah, Bunny's terrified her. Look how pissed they are.
Who did we sign into our club?
Oh, she liked the bunny. She's not pissed at us anymore.
Well, I mean, it's been a disaster so far. So, Death is good too, though.
Oh, I didn't see Disaster. I wasn't paying enough attention. It's so tempting to say Nightgown. Boop's good too. Boop. Let's see. Twirl, Whisper, Party, Cheer, Heaven Sent, Adventure, Pleasant.
Wow, these are all.
Oh man,
I think we gotta go with Pleasure.
Pleasure. You got it.
It's just creepy enough for us.
That's right. You can't have the girls thinking you're too into them or
Yeah.
too nice guy about it.
I feel like we should end it with lazy. Like we got all the way to the end of the poem, we just couldn't bother finishing it.
Just finish it off here. 20 lines into a 30-line poem.
Those are the only words in the poem.
Lazy, pleasure, tentacles.
I hope they give us this poem. I want to read it.
I know. I want to get the satisfaction.
If this isn't some kind of Mad Lib situation, then I'm going to be very disappointed.
Where the text is in no way meant to accommodate the words they let us put in. And for dinner, I had a graveyard. Classic Mad Libs.
And the way I feel about you is a disaster. We help her clean her room.
Yeah, see, I mean, it's just all small talk. I don't have time for small talk. Where's the creepy janitor murdering children?
I know, right? Oh boy.
Come on.
It's so hard being the only guy in the entire school and being so hopelessly attractive to these women.
That's right. They all want me in their club. Oh, he's stressed out because it made it sound like the poem would be better than it is. Why did No ever think that his poem would be okay after he let us pick the words?
Right. Uh-oh, she's got a book.
All right, oh boy. How condescending.
I know, right? They're like, here's a book I got for you. It's called Spot Goes to the Circus.
Now, I know you don't like reading, but this is only 5 pages.
You're just like, oh my god. I tried reading it. I got halfway through it, but I just couldn't follow the plot.
Why is
It's
this
just so
dog
wordy.
walking around?
It's like, come on, get to the point already. What is Spot doing at the circus? I don't know.
It just said Spot's at the circus and expects me to turn the page to find out more.
I tried pressing the A button, but it wouldn't do anything.
I'm glad you tried it on your end. Okay, so... Yeah, clearly that poem was figuring out which girl is going to be the most into us.
So I guess we picked her?
Apparently.
Well, that's stupid.
He's all hitting on her. It's not going well at all.
I mean, she is at least the one that seems most mature of the lot, but that's about it. Might just be because she's tall.
Makes me feel okay about myself, or close to it. Not entirely.
I mean, when you get put to jail for it, I mean, that might shave off a few more years off your sentence as opposed to if you took the youngest one.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is it graded by age difference?
I mean, it would have to be, right?
Yeah, I guess they would.
Portrait of Markov. Oh, there's an eye symbol on it.
Ooh, well, maybe Markov is some kind of demon lord who's going to invade this game and do something interesting.
I don't know. Hopefully things get creepy soon.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting any romantic vibes.
Unless the creepiness is having 2 grown men act out a romance between teenagers.
I mean, that could be it.
Mildly disturbing. Not gonna sugarcoat it. Oh, good. He likes whatever book he gave her. 5-page stories about a dog. Oh, he likes complex villains, or she likes complex villains.
She's all about moral relativism.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, you're rambling.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of what the game is. People just ramble.
It's not just you.
Endlessly.
It's every character and the narrator, so.
I mean, you wouldn't be in this game anymore if you weren't rambling, so please do not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I mean, feel bad about the game you're in, but don't feel bad about the behavior you're having in the game. That's what we're trying to say.
You're just doing what you're designed to do. I'd say we're not here to judge, but we're totally here to judge.
Oh, we are judging you so hard right now.
No, now she doesn't want him to read the book.
Listen, it's a 5-page book. It's not going to take us long to read. You just sit over there, give us about an hour, and we're going to get through it.
I might need a few bathroom breaks.
By the way, do you have a dictionary?
Also, I'm going to need some help identifying letters.
Uh-oh, we're in the book now.
All right. Maybe the book will have gameplay. At least some, like, puzzles to solve.
I wouldn't be able to read in a group like that. Like, I would be like, oh my god. People are like, oh no, you're not reading fast enough.
You feel all bad about yourself for not keeping up. And,
Yeah.
and, like, you're in a room of people. That's the worst place to read.
Yeah, I know. You're like in a group of people in a club, and the one thing you're doing is not socializing. And what's the point of that?
Yeah, right. It's just getting credit for being in a club without actually doing it. Ooh, a new picture.
Whoa, the image has changed.
Haven't had that in a while. Well, they're reading from the same book together. That's just pretty forward of you there.
Pretty impractical, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard.
Like you were just saying, you have to like worry about whether you're in sync with the other person.
Wait, is that actually our hand we can see there on the side? Oh my
Maybe it
goodness.
is, yeah.
Because she has her other hand in front of her chest.
Yes. Yes, that's our hand.
She's like, I can be patient with you, even if it takes you forever to get through one single sentence. Even though I've already finished reading the whole page.
She's like trying to angle the book such that she can read to the next page without interrupting you.
Mm-hmm.
And we never got our poem.
I know, like, I am automatically going to be, like, rating this game poorly because we didn't get a Mad Libs poem.
The one thing they
We
let us
picked
do,
some amazing words for
We
that,
did.
too.
they owe us.
They owe us so much. Especially given how long we've been up with this game already.
I know. Yeah, this is not going to be a long episode.
I don't know what we were thinking, but apparently it was a bad thing.
Oh, he apparently made fun of her by accident.
Oh, here comes a buzzkill. Oh, maybe we're going to get the poem after all.
That would be good. Can we? It'll be like the end credits. They finally let us see our poem.
They're going to make us play the whole game just to see it.
Asking permission to read a book.
Okay, cool.
I'll read with you when the book turns interesting, girl.
It's like, you can read 2 chapters. It's probably about the most you can make it through tonight.
I can relate to not wanting to share your shitty poetry with people.
Okay, pulling out the poems.
Oh, I have to hear theirs first.
What did we write ours in?
A Sharpie and some dirty underwear. Who should I show my poem? All right, well, we've got something going on with Yuri, so let's keep on that.
Yeah, let's freak her out. Oh, she's the most experienced.
So I should start with her. Again, disturbing content.
Oh, she thought it was exceptional. Wait, we didn't get to read it, though.
Yeah, come on. That's all we
Oh,
wanted.
apparently we can read her thoughts.
But not our poem. How is that fair?
I know, right?
Okay, so she's the edgelord chick that it's apparently the girl of our dreams.
Apparently we wrote a lot of poetry before based off our word choices. Well, it just said use the word congruent, and I actually had to get a dictionary out for that, and it like blew my mind.
Graveyard? I don't think I've seen that one before.
What is graveyard? And does he think I am a horror?
How dare he? I don't know if I ever told you this story, but when I got married at the reception, the photographer suggested taking a picture by the pile of presents. And the way he phrased it, he came up to me and said, "Hey, I want to get a picture with you and your horde." And he did not enunciate very well. We figured it out.
You were just like, okay, sure.
Yeah, all right, cool. So, get my wife out of the room for a while.
I still can't believe we didn't get our poem, though. This is...
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, wait, what?
Come back.
Oh, that was her poem.
Oh, I saw something about tendrils.
Yeah, I know. I saw something like ghost under the shell, I think. Like, it means she's really into anime, too.
Yeah. How did we miss that? How do we go back?
I think she will probably show it to us again.
She better. Maybe we can always freeze frame it later. No, that's enough poem. Short is good. I go short. I think it could have been shorter.
She didn't realize that we just like glanced at it, like, oh wow, they're poem. Well, we did. All we know is we saw the word ghost, and that's about it. So.
Oh, you offended her. You were right. He only glanced over it. That's bullshit. I want ghosts. I want an actual narrative about a ghost.
And I want his to be a friendly ghost.
That's right. Don't give me this metaphorical ghost crap. I am not in it for metaphorical ghosts.
If we wanted metaphorical ghosts, we would watch a metaphorical movie about ghosts or something.
Yeah,
which
right.
I can't really think of any right now.
No one made because it's a dumb idea.
Yeah,
actual
people are like, I want to make a movie about ghosts, but they're going to be metaphorical ghosts. We got to show it to somebody else too now.
No, I think we've done enough. Unless you think there's a good way to offend another girl.
Let's do Sayori. She's
right.
our neighbor. That's the only other one we have like any interest in.
True. Are you sure it's your first?
Why do they all think it's good? We use terrible words.
We deliberately picked the worst words we could find. We didn't
yes,
do it
we
seriously.
didn't do it seriously.
You were right. You were right to doubt us.
Oh boy, this game did not put any effort into, trying to give any kind of semblance of branching stuff.
We should tell her it was a metaphorical bunny.
I mean, I feel like, have all those words. It's a simple,
Yeah, I'm with you.
kind of thing. You just have to weight the words differently, and then you use those values to decide how the girls are going to react to it. But apparently they all just think it's amazing that we're crazy about depression and graveyards and horror and bunnies.
And bunnies. Yeah.
I bet it was the bunnies that redeemed it for all of them.
Oh! How do I pause that?
You'll have to watch it after we upload it and look at it.
I have to watch this again. So what, she skimped on her club homework assignment?
Apparently. She wanted us to be in the club so bad, and then she can't even do shit. She's the worst neighbor. We really should have just pushed her into traffic like we were planning.
It would have been a good idea. Then we could be in prison trying to escape.
Oh man, that'd be such a better game.
Such a better game.
The best part about it being a better game is that it would be a game.
Yeah, it's being a game at all.
We gotta show it to every single one of them.
All
that
right.
is absurd.
I don't even know which ones these are. One of them's gotta hate it.
Oh, it's a kindergartner.
I thought it was too scary.
Oh, she didn't like it. No emotions.
Oh, no emotions. We put a lot of emotions in
We
there.
put the worst, most depressing emotions we could find.
Yeah,
All right, I'm.
being sad is an emotion. Whoa.
I clicked. I tried to pause.
Yeah, but it looked like it was really dumb. Because it was a terrible poem. It's dumb.
It's dumb. You're dumb. Your writing is dumb.
Well,
This
we don't
club is
take your
dumb.
writing seriously because you write and look like a 6-year-old.
I'm sure you spent the better part of the morning arguing with the 6-year-old on Reddit. Oh, she did keep her rhyme scheme. That is unforgivable. You can't go subverting a rhyme scheme.
How do you know that? Did you go back and look at it or something? Or did she tell you that?
She said something about setting up rhymes and not following through. To be fair, I'm maybe 1/4 paying attention.
That's fair. All right, let's show it to Monica, the
Sure.
leader.
Yeah. Okay. Doing everything. Uh-huh.
You could keep it to yourself. That's what she's gonna say.
This is my club.
I rule here. I did not invite peasants like you to hear your opinions.
You can give me all the complaints you want, and I will write a poem describing how you are wrong about everything.
Maybe it wouldn't be so embarrassing if you didn't invite the only guy in school into your club of girls wearing miniskirts.
How do we know we're a guy, come to think of it?
That's true. We could be another girl. What if that's like the whole thing at the game? Like you get to the end and the big like Shyamalan type reveal is that you were a girl the entire time.
That would blow
And
my mind.
You're like super attracted to them, but they're only into guys.
What fresh hell is this?
Yeah. You are stuck in heteronormative hell the entire time.
See, there was actually a branching path here. She was pushing us to go talk to Yuri instead.
Oh, well, we already talked to Yuri.
We did. But, yeah, I guess there's some point system to who likes the poem. Don't worry
So
about
is
it.
it going to be like a regular thing, like between like sections of the game where to go home and write a poem that nobody will actually let us read?
This is the only mini game there is.
Just like only selecting words that don't matter.
Okay, I caught it in time. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So basically, she's had experiences with a peephole, and she's
Yeah.
trying to feel better about it.
Yes, she is very much learning to deal with a people. Freeform, if that's what you call it. Oh, thank you. She complimented my reading. Ooh, she has an epiphany. Let's go. Oh, she's not going to tell me about the real life people. Maybe she's got like a demon living in her closet.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, like Mike Wazowski or Sully, only evil.
Randall.
Yes, Randall's the one. Okay.
Okay, we did it.
We did it.
We read our poem to everybody.
We read their stupid poems.
Yeah. I like how you're actually like bothering to save the game.
All right. Is there like a gallery? I don't want to kill the video.
Maybe main menu.
Yeah, good call. Nope, I don't see a gallery. I will click on each of them individually. No luck. Well, I guess we'll have to pause sometime.
Well, watch where you're putting that mouse, mister.
It's a safe distance. Put it over here by the pen. Okay. All right. So we occasionally like to talk about genre bias. And I think you and I are both pretty firmly biased against this genre.
I mean, it's not even a game, so...
Yeah, we played for about 40 minutes. We had input once. Well, twice. You had the names as well as a poem that only influenced which girl was the most into us.
Yeah, I'm doing like some quick reading on it, trying to get an idea of what the game is supposed to be. I think it is a game that sort of like starts to break apart as like a psychological horror type game.
Interesting.
Yeah, which we didn't get into that at all.
Well, we got a little foreshadowing with the girl with her peephole and the monster.
That's true. And Yuri was kind of weird with her ghost thing. You know, they were metaphorical.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's cool. That it's more than just a bunch of teenagers making small talk.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we like games.
Yeah. And like it makes it clear, like reading about this game, that you know the whole poetry thing where we get to pick the words, that they're like it has a small impact on it, so you get like more scenes by doing that. But that's like it's like the only really interactive parts about it. There's no like branching paths whatsoever.
Oh wow! So are there like more poems or something, or is that the one interactive thing we'll ever do in this game?
I think that's pretty much like the only thing that'll happen. Like
wow.
I would guess that we would end that whole like day, and then the next day we'd have another poem or story or whatever, and we'd start all over again.
Jeez.
But it'll probably get like progressively weirder as each day progressed, especially if you probably paid attention to the dialogue, which we didn't.
I'm sure I would have been paying more attention if it got weirder faster.
Right.
Did you check how long it is?
Let me see. How long to beat? It's about 4 hours.
Okay. It's manageable.
Yeah.
So we're about an eighth of the way through.
Yeah. So this game is made with something called Renpy. It's like a visual novel builder. So it's something that's free and like really accessible. So like it's very easy to build these types of games if you can create the assets for it, like the actual characters and backgrounds and stuff.
You have the art skills.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that tool.
Yeah. I was reading about it on Wikipedia while we were doing the thing.
While you were ignoring the plot.
I mean, what else would I have to do, right?
Read the dialogue? Come on. That's cool that tool exists.
Yeah. So that's probably why this game is free. It's just something, very easy for someone to create. I mean, aside, obviously, but a lot of work into the actual art, and I'm sure it was a little bit more difficult than, just slapping things together. But it is all just straight dialogue with no branching paths whatsoever.
Right.
It's clearly somebody who wanted to be able to tell a very specific story in a very specific way.
Mm.
And the player is really just there along for the ride.
Right. And knows personality being dominated by a hatred of reading books is clearly indicative of the creator's desire to make a visual novel. And so, although I don't know, I'm probably being harsh around the genre that it deserves. It clearly has enough fans to have a freeware tool to put them together and get them on Steam. I would wager, without looking into it, that this person has made more of these, and the reason this is free is more of a promotion of his other works than any kind of benevolence.
Hmm. Well, I will say this: now that I looked up the game and saw like its general path. I'm pretty sure this is a game that like my niece actually was telling me about over Christmas, and she was like really, she was like amazed at it and like crazy about it. And I was listening to her talk about it, and she seemed to be really into it. So
reaching for your Switch to play Mario Kart. Well, good then. I mean, I'm glad that new media is getting audiences. Maybe we're just stodgy old men.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely are stodgy.
We are stodgy, and we're here for gameplay above all else. That's, I think, something we have in common as gamers.
Right.
Is we're much more interested in gameplay than anything else about a game.
And this is just our our Valentine's episode, so this is not the normal type of game we would throw into here just to play it. But,
right, and apparently I was way off on picking a psychological horror story, assuming it was a dating sim.
It's one you definitely have to it's been a lot of time to get to it, and definitely not going to work for our playing it for 30 minutes to get into it.
Right, the snap
the
judgment
payoff's
after
a
30
lot
minutes.
further.
Yeah. So I think this is a rare case where I think I am so biased that it would be wrong to give it a rating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I cannot give it a rating. I do know that my niece heavily recommended that I play it. So if you want to take her word for it, apparently it is worth playing for the payoff at the end. But if you want a good psychological, horror game that I would recommend to you, I would say go play Pony Island instead, because that's actually a game.
Yeah, that's one we played together, and that was creepy.
Yeah. And if you do it, don't watch the videos we did of it first. Go play it for yourself first, because it's better that way.
Yeah, I hate hyping up games like that. You have to play it yourself, or you're missing. That really is one of them. It's all about experiencing the weirdness firsthand and navigating it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So any kind of spoiler playthrough does undermine that.
And I imagine this game, this I say game in quotes, is probably the same way.
Yeah, I would not be one bit surprised.
Yeah, so if you're willing to invest in it and somehow you were intrigued by the story watching this, and I mean, go ahead and play the game the way through, and let us know what your reaction was. But I don't think either one of us will be going back to it.
Unlikely. It's just not for us.
It is not.
And the simple act of watching us trying to watch this game is only going to drag it down for you.
Yeah, it's true. We do insist, however, that you use the name No, because we want you to honor our choices. It was the only choice we got to make.
Yeah. Yes, it was. All right, well, I think I'm out of things to say. What about you?
I am as well.
There you have it. This was Gamehiker. I'm going to be watching a visual novel called Doki Doki Literature Club. We hate this visual novel, and we're going to bed. Good night.
Good night.